Empires lost to time. History remembers the greatest empires: the Romans, the Egyptians, the Mongols. But beyond these familiar names lie powerful civilizations that once dominated vast lands, controlled immense wealth, and shaped the course of human history, only to vanish into obscurity. Their cities now lie in ruins, their languages partially lost, and their stories buried beneath layers of time. Yet, through archaeology and historical records, fragments of their existence still remain. Tonight, we uncover the stories of forgotten empires that once ruled the world, and explore how such immense power could simply disappear. The Akkadian Empire, the world's first empire. Around 2300 BCE, in the fertile lands of Mesopotamia, a ruler named Sargon of Akkad forged what many historians consider the world's first true empire. Stretching across modern-day Iraq and beyond, the Akkadian Empire unified diverse cultures under a centralized. It established administrative systems, trade networks, and military strategies that would influence future civilizations. Yet, within just a few centuries, the empire collapsed. Evidence suggests a combination of climate change, drought, and internal rebellion weakened its foundations. The once great Akkadian cities were abandoned, leaving behind only fragments of clay tablets and ruined structures. The Hittite Empire, masters of iron. In Anatolia, modern-day Turkey, the Hittite Empire rose to power around 1600 BCE, becoming one of the dominant forces of the ancient Near East. The Hittites were pioneers in ironworking, giving them a technological advantage over their rivals. They clashed with Egypt in one of the earliest recorded battles in history, the Battle of Kadesh. Despite their strength, the Hittite Empire suddenly collapsed around 1200 BCE during a period known as the Bronze Age collapse. Cities were destroyed, trade networks disintegrated, and the empire vanished almost entirely from historical records. For centuries, the Hittites were forgotten until their capital, Hattusa, was rediscovered by archaeologists in the 19th century. The Aksumite Empire, Africa's hidden power. Far from the Mediterranean world, the Aksumite Empire flourished in what is now Ethiopia and Eritrea between 100 CE and 940 CE. Aksum was a major trading power, connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Its rulers minted their own coins and constructed massive stone monuments known as stelae. The empire also played a key role in the spread of Christianity in Africa, becoming one of the earliest Christian states. Yet over time, Aksum declined. Shifting trade routes, environmental changes, and political instability contributed to its fall. Today, its once great cities stand as silent reminders of a civilization often overlooked in world history. The Khmer Empire, builders of Angkor. In Southeast Asia, the Khmer Empire built one of the most extraordinary urban centers in history, Angkor. At its peak between the 9th and 15th centuries, Angkor was a vast city filled with temples, canals, and reservoirs. The iconic Angkor Wat remains one of the largest religious monuments ever constructed. The Khmer engineered complex water management systems that supported millions of people. But these systems may have also contributed to their downfall. Extended droughts, followed by intense monsoon rains, likely damaged infrastructure and weakened the empire. Combined with external invasions, Angkor was gradually abandoned, swallowed by the surrounding jungle. The Songhai Empire, West Africa's giant. During the 15th and 16th centuries, the Songhai Empire became one of the largest empires in African history. Centered around the city of Timbuktu, Songhai controlled key trans-Saharan trade routes, dealing in gold, salt, and knowledge. Timbuktu itself became a center of learning, attracting scholars from across the Islamic world. Despite its wealth and influence, the empire fell rapidly after a Moroccan invasion in 1591, aided by gunpowder weapons unfamiliar to Songhai forces. The empire fragmented, and its legacy faded from global awareness, despite its significant contributions to education and trade. The Moche civilization, masters of the desert. Along the arid coast of northern Peru, the Moche civilization thrived between 100 and 800 CE. The Moche constructed massive adobe pyramids and developed advanced irrigation systems to sustain agriculture in a harsh desert environment. Their art, particularly detailed ceramics, provides insights into their society, rituals, and beliefs. Yet, the Moche civilization mysteriously declined. Evidence suggests a combination of climate events, including severe flooding and prolonged drought, may have destabilized their society. Without written records, the full story of their disappearance remains uncertain. The Parthian Empire, Rome's eastern rival. The Parthian Empire, which ruled from 247 BCE to 224 CE, was one of Rome's most formidable adversaries. Located in modern-day Iran, the Parthians controlled key trade routes along the Silk Road and developed a unique blend of Persian and Hellenistic culture. They were known for their military tactics, especially the famous Parthian shot, where mounted archers could fire arrows while retreating. Despite their power, internal divisions and external pressures led to their eventual fall, replaced by the Sassanid Empire. Over time, the Parthians faded from popular historical narratives. Why empires fall? While each of these empires had unique histories, their declines share common patterns. Environmental changes, economic instability, warfare, and internal conflict often combine to weaken even the most powerful states. No empire, no matter how advanced, was immune to collapse. Archaeology continues to reveal how fragile these systems were and how quickly power could shift across regions. Conclusion: echoes of forgotten power. The forgotten empires of history remind us that power is never permanent. Civilizations rise, flourish, and eventually fade, sometimes leaving behind only ruins and scattered artifacts. Yet their influence persists. Their innovations, cultures, and ideas continue to shape the world in ways we may not always recognize. As archaeologists uncover new discoveries, more lost empires may emerge from the shadows of history. Because beneath the surface of our modern world lies a vast, hidden past, filled with powerful civilizations that once ruled, and were ultimately forgotten